No kids at a wedding. Acceptable or rude?
Totally acceptable. It's your wedding, so you get to pick. I cannot think of one I've been to with kids.
Wait, what?
Who's the ring bearers?
Sleep training. Is it loving?
We started out sleep training, and then what happened was at 9 months, something changed in my heart. What would you say if one of your friends came to you and was like, okay, I'm done having kids and I really want to get a boob job? What do you think?
Like, heck yeah, girl. Have fun with your new boobs.
Totally. Yeah, that's how I think about
Let me
it.
see them.
Welcome back to Unplanned. Today we are joined by Harrison and Alex. Thanks for being here.
Thanks
Give it up.
The live studio audience. Oh,
Wait,
it's in an uproar.
When people say your name, do they usually say like Alex and Harrison, or like what order is like?
I would go as far as saying I don't think anyone's ever said Harrison and Alex.
No way.
It is
Yeah, I
Alex
think
and
so.
Harrison.
Today we are going to be playing a very fun game with them called Parenting Hot Takes.
And they're not lame hot takes. I swear, they're actually really fun.
We're going to have a lot of fun today. I think there's going to be a lot of laughs, a lot of giggles. Here's the first one we have. Piercing baby ears. Cute tradition or crossing a line?
We should preface this by saying they have a 10-month-old daughter.
Cute or crossing the line?
Cute or crossing the line? Why are you smiling, Harrison?
Because like for how many things Alex and I have spoken about and how much time we spent together and how much time we talk about parenting and our daughter, this is one we've never talked
Never
about.
talked about this.
We've never discussed.
I have a thought on it though.
Okay, I'd love to hear.
I think it's
We've never-
adorable when I see a baby who has their ears pierced. I always think to myself, that looks so cute. For me personally, I cannot do it. And it would be, I don't like crossing the line because I'm for it. But for me, I think it would hurt her and I can't do it. Yeah, what do you guys think? Is this how the game works? Can we ask you back?
No, we can all talk about it.
We can all talk. I don't know what I think. Abby, what do you think?
I agree. It's so adorable. We don't have a daughter, so I haven't thought about getting our sons.
I feel like you would do it if we had a daughter.
Maybe, but then I'm also like, I actually don't think I would because it's like a permanent decision. I know they can close up, but like mine surely haven't. I got my ears pierced when I was like 6.
But what about this one though? Number 2 is gender reveals fun or narcissistic?
Fun and narcissistic.
Narcissistic to invite like a lot of people, perhaps? Is that
We
what
did that.
We did too.
No, it was just our family.
Oh yeah, it wasn't like we probably had, how many people were at the gender reveal? 40? I don't know. It's just
No.
like just family.
It was just family. It was like 30.
Okay, let me say this. I always said I was never going to have a birthday party for the kids. We celebrated her 6-month birthday party. Like I'm like already planning her 1-year-old. Okay.
Okay.
Knowing now, like if we win because we want to have another kid, like when we have baby number 2, I will have a gender reveal. It will be a thing. I want to celebrate everything now. So I actually want to say like I'm for it.
But you guys had one before. You did have like.
We had one and it was family.
Okay.
It was very fun, but we are very much in a lean into events phase right now. Like we are like we're.
But I wasn't in that before. I was like, why would they celebrate the kid's first birthday? The kid doesn't know. And now I'm like, we might have 2 parties.
Everything.
We're at 2 parties.
we are very celebratory at the moment. Do you want to talk about the first gender reveal? I think it was kind of cool.
We
You
shot
have, like, a big
something.
firework
I'm from
display?
Oklahoma, and we put up a target, and Harrison shot like the target, and it exploded pink.
Oh, that's a fun way to do
That's
it.
cool.
What did you guys do?
Wait,
There-
did you know when you did the
Well-
gender reveal for the family? Did you already know the gender? Or
No,
were you finding
it
out?
was very it was very surprising because we were at our doctor like a couple weeks prior, and they referenced his leg.
Oh.
And so we thought that it was a boy. And we operated for a couple weeks thinking it was a boy, but like still said we'll go through with the gender reveal. And so we go through, we blow up the canister. I had to call my sister and be like, hey, like you think you made a mistake because they said
Oh, you were like pretty sure that it was wrong then.
and yeah, so there was like this awkward like 30 seconds and I was like, you got to recheck because one of our friends made this mistake because they looked at the woman's gender.
Yeah, I've heard of that happening.
Yeah, I was live part of one of those.
Oh, dang it.
So I had to call my sister thinking we had one of those and she's like, no. And it was a girl and we are thrilled.
What do you think about letting your child leave the house in their pajamas? Is that chill or is that shameful? I'm personally going chill. I love pajamas all day.
Just so chill. Just, yeah, like wearing like they're kids. I think pajamas is such a fun part of life. It is so relaxed, and I want them to know they don't have to dress up for the world. I like the idea of pajamas. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
We are comfort dressers. I love comfort. We love comfort. And like we do a lot of pajamas. We did a pajama family run to the grocery store. We didn't run to the grocery. We went to the grocery store. Everyone was in their collective pajamas. I believe that's on your Instagram.
Sometimes it will, because Tate's usually
We're
in her
very casual.
jammies. So I told her one day that, because I talked to her, and I was like, it would be fun if I also wore my jammies with you to the store. So then we all went to the store in our pajamas.
That's me and Griffin literally got bagels in our jammies this morning.
That's so sweet.
And Griffin thought it was so cool. He's like, in my jammies. He kept saying that. He's like, in my jammies.
See, it's cute for
He's like
them.
getting in the car in my jammies.
But
Like, it really stuck out to him.
Let me say this though. I think you are more of like an outfits person, because if I leave them in their pajamas, sometimes you'll be like, why are they still in their pajamas?
Like to the park.
But I think like for me, I'm like, it is an outfit, you know? Like
It's not an outfit, actually. It's the opposite of an
It's
outfit.
jammies.
My like joke business idea was pajamas that look like fancy outfits.
That's
No
been done.
way.
People, right?
Oh.
For babies. I would love.
Oh, maybe not for babies,
Yeah.
but they
Little
have the
tuxedos.
adult,
Like,
like,
I want Tate to like look like she's in a dress, but like she's in her pajamas.
yeah.
That's cute.
I like
I
it.
think where you cross the line in my mind, I'm like, if they're playing in it, I don't like that, because they're going to be getting in their bed in that. You know what I mean?
Well, we watch
I also
it.
wash their
Like,
jammies after every time they wear them, which I feel like is a little excessive. Why do I do that?
I don't know.
I go 1 to 2 times.
Every single time I'm washing those.
Really?
Yeah, but they're also kind of, they get
She
mangy.
can't- yeah,
They
she-
get mangy quick.
Yeah. Like, she can't play in the dirt because like she doesn't know how.
Yeah.
So that would be different. Yeah.
Food. I'm like,
Okay.
there's probably a little pee in there somewhere.
This one is a little bit spicier. Have you ever had trouble finding a doctor? Because I've been there. I wanted to get a diagnosis for ADHD. I wanted to know if I had it, but I didn't really know where to start. That is where I found ZocDoc. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors and click to instantly book an appointment. You can book in-network appointments with more than 100,000 doctors across every specialty. You can filter for doctors who take your insurance, who are located nearby, who are a good fit for any medical need you may have, and who are highly rated by verified patients.
What's really cool about ZocDoc is that you can take appointments from the comfort of your own home, or you can find a doctor through them that's near you. And they have doctors across every specialty, from mental health to dental health, from eye care to... Matt actually did an appointment for his concussion too. So you can use ZocDoc for a range of different things that you want to be seen for. And appointments made through ZocDoc happen fast, typically within just 24 to 72 hours of booking. And sometimes you can even score same-day appointments.
I use ZocDoc, and you should too. Stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/unplanned to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/unplanned. ZocDoc.com/unplanned. What do we think about mommy makeovers? Are they empowering or unrealistic?
You know what? Gentlemen, go first.
Gentlemen,
Okay.
go first.
I don't know what a mommy makeover
They're
is.
going to be...
like a boob job or
Tummy
a
tuck.
tummy tuck, just like some sort of plastic surgery.
No, I think
after.
a mommy makeover, isn't that a boob job and a tummy tuck? Both?
I think
Oh.
it's either. Or I think
okay.
it's like she had her mommy makeover, which could be like whatever she picked. It
I
could
went,
be
I
anything.
went first for the last one. Harrison,
You're
you're
setting
up.
them up.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to. Like, to me, this is like far and away, like, I want to be this supportive partner in this. And so, like, it's the perfect definition of like not my call. And so, like, what Alex wants to do, I support in that. I operate very much more of like a natural way of life, like through and through. But like, whatever she wants to do, I'm very supportive of. Like, I don't have a view on that.
I love how carefully you chose your words.
Yeah.
Well, because like,
You were
I
like,
don't.
I think she can do whatever she wants
she
to
picked.
do.
But it's like if I went to her and was like, I want to get a nose job, like, and she's like, don't get a nose job, I'd be like, well, it's not your nose.
Okay. What do you think, Matt?
I think you said it perfectly. I was about to like make a joke and try to be like act like I was in a different ballpark as you know, but I think you said it perfectly. Like whatever the mom wants to do, they should be able to do. For me, I think it's so much fun to see Abby's body change over time, and so much fun to see how like after kids she looks different, and it's like a good thing. Like I'm like obsessed with like we're not just like two teenagers anymore. Like we are grown adults, and I'm married to like a woman who's had my children, and I think it's just so cool. Like I embrace the change, and I think she's more beautiful for it.
Thanks, babe.
I think that. Wait, you go. What do you think about mommy makeovers? That was really sweet, by the way, Matt.
Thanks.
I feel like my opinions have like kind of neutralized more. I think I used to be almost, probably because of where I was raised. You were raised in Oklahoma, I was raised in Illinois. Like there's kind of like a shame culture around plastic surgery or altering your body in any way. Like, I was like, oh, they're just like, they resent the changes. Like it's such a beautiful thing to be a mom. And I was like kind of like That's so wrong. Then I moved, but then also became a mom myself, and I understand it more now, where it's like, okay, I just did a very sacrificial thing with my body for our family, where I don't like demonize the women that choose to do something different, because I think it would be unrealistic for me to sit here and say like, okay, I hate the way my body looks now. That's not true. But I can't also say like, do I miss some of the aspects that I had before my body? Do I even mourn some of the changes? Kind of. That doesn't mean that I regret being a mom or has anything to do with my children. Those are separate camps now for me. And so it's like I love and embrace the things my body has done and the changes that it has embraced, but I'm also like, it's not disrespecting that experience to want to do something different. Totally. And so now I just have such a neutral stance where I'm like, I very well may, when we're done, like with for sure done having kids, may choose to do something, but I also very well may not, you know?
Mm-hmm. I
hold it loosely now. I hold it lightly.
Yeah. Like it can be whatever.
Yeah.
What would you say if one of your friends came to you and was like, okay, I'm done having kids and I really want to get a boob job? What do you think?
Be like, heck yeah, girl. Have fun with your new boobs.
Totally. Yeah, that's how I think about it.
Let me see them.
Yeah, I'm always like, go
You
off,
haven't
queen.
answered.
My answer is I'm so for it if that's what you want. And if that's not what you want, I'm down with it too. My only thing is for me personally, if I do it, I always say it has to be for me, not for anybody else. So I'm like, I love the changes of my body as well. Post baby, and I know the more kids I have, the more changes there will be. I will probably want to do something. My boobs are like surviving the breastfeeding so far. A lot of people say like theirs get really saggy. I'm like, okay so far, and so that's been nice. But like a boob lift is probably like what I would do. I always thought that I would do, and as long as I do it like for me and because I want to, I'm like so down.
Yeah, I think you can have both. Like you're allowed to feel multiple ways about the same topic.
Yeah. Like I love what our bodies are capable of, and I love my body so much postpartum because I think what we went through is incredible, but I'm also like, yeah, if you want to do a little change, go do it.
Either way, you cannot change the fact that your body has made children.
Totally.
There will always be evidence of that, no matter what you decide to do. Whether so it's like, it's not that. I have scars, I have stretch marks, I got loose skin. Things are not what they used to be. It's fine. It's all
great.
right.
I think it's great.
I do have a question though.
What?
Is it bad?
I do.
Is it bad to lie about your child's age to get them into a place for free?
What are you guys doing?
We certainly pay. Mm-hmm. Like, what did I just do? I bought like really expensive.
Abby spent $75 for our Griffin just turned 3.
Just turned 3 less than a month ago.
We got a resort pass to go to this like resort on Maui for the day because we weren't staying
just
there.
To use their pool.
And I'm in my brain, I'm like, a week ago he turned 3, so now it's an extra $75. I'm like, babe, just say he's 2. But she was like, we're following the rules, and I like that about you. I like that you keep me in check, babe.
Yeah, I'm like,
I like you.
Well, Matt's like, Abby, it's not like you're stealing anything from them. I'm like, this isn't our house. This is their property that they allow us on for a price. So it is stealing. And so I don't know. Maybe it's a firstborn daughter, right? I'm like, follow the rules.
But if you follow the rules, then you eliminate having to make the decision. Because I always think if one time you didn't pay because he was newly 3, then you got to ask yourself the question next time. Where now it's like we have our guidelines, we're paying. Back? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it eliminates the question mark of it.
Yeah.
Also, if I were you guys and I was at that pool all day, I'd be like, somebody knows. They know he's 3 and we didn't pay.
He doesn't. He certainly looks 3. Like, it wasn't like, oh, he's a little small for his age. Or, I don't know. It's just the principle. It wouldn't have been a relaxing day for me.
Yep, I'm entirely.
But would you fudge it? I know one of my friends just fudged it for Disneyland, and she saved a lot of money.
Nope, I cannot. Yeah. I would seriously be walking around like I stole something.
Let
me say this though,
bright
like
light flashing.
I also want to recognize, like, I think you guys are doing well. I know, like, business has been good for us. Like, I think it'd be a harder dilemma too if you're working like a minimum wage job and it's like $75, then you probably are like, oh, you
100%.
know?
Wait,
I wouldn't blame someone. Like, if money's tight and you're like, you're gonna like.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't judge them. That was my friend. She's a teacher. I was like,
yeah. Your friend that's a teacher that like saved $1,000 by saying her 3-year-old was 2 at Disneyland. It's like,
my lips are sealed, sister.
Yeah. We got you.
Hold on. I was answering this from the guys of Us. Some of my favorite stories and movies are where they used to sneak, like if money's tight, but you're going to give this kid an experience, I think you should sneak him in all day long.
For sure.
I want to help you sneak him in.
Or like see 2 movies with 1 movie ticket purchase.
Love it. I'm for it. Like go get, because it's experiences for these kids. Like, yes.
For the children.
For the children. I'm
Totally.
I'm
Very,
good with
very
that.
important clarification.
But
there.
even
This
like,
is-
and I don't know why it is, but like, see, like one time in college, I did that where I saw 2 movies for the price of one. But like in my head, like technically, I cheated the theater out of like $10, but I could never like even if it was like a quarter, like steal like a little.
Like an actual
like
product.
an product
Like an
from like a
item.
gas station. I could never do that. Like I've never once stolen something in my life. I don't know why in my head like I rationalize, oh yeah, I'll see 2 movies. I already paid for one movie. But me
'Cause they're
actually
already
stealing a
gonna
physical
play
thing,
it.
I would feel like the biggest criminal in the world, like taking a physical product from a store,
And walking out of the store with it.
Yeah.
That's a moment.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be.
Experiences are
Yeah.
different.
I don't know, like, even if I dared you guys right now and I was like, no, go to the Circle K, take a Diet
Oh,
Coke and leave with it. Like, you probably couldn't do it.
No.
That's good, though, that we can't do that. But the movie thing, that was a
Right?
moment.
Genius. For a
Yes.
college student?
Oh, yeah, we did that in high school some. But you're right, they're playing it anyways. And
Yeah, they're already playing it. It's not like
yeah.
just you. Yeah, I get it. I can see more. You can make more exceptions in your brain for that.
Okay, next one is we are thinking about getting our boys a pet, and not just any pet, a cat, because at our friend's house a few weeks ago, we realized our boys are obsessed with them.
I honestly have always pictured our family having a dog, but ever since seeing our kids interact with their cats and seeing the way that the cats were just so chill and seemed like low maintenance, but like made such a fun vibe to the household, the kids loved them. I was like, this might be the family pet for us. And I can tell you that if we do spring for the cat eventually, we definitely know which cat food brand we are going with, and that is Smalls. Smalls cat food is protein-packed recipes made with preservative-free ingredients you'd find literally in your own fridge, and it's delivered right to your door. It's really cool because Smalls was actually started back in 2017 by a couple of guys that were literally home cooking cat food in small batches for their friends. It's very wholesome, very sweet.
What
These
a
dudes are just
sweet-
making some homemade cat food. And then a few short years later, they've served millions of meals to cats across the U.S. It's really incredible what they've been able to do.
And here's a review from a real Smalls customer. Jennifer M. said after every feeding, he gets his burst of energy and starts running around the house, and his fur is softer and more vibrant with higher contrast. Honestly, I wouldn't recommend anything else.
That's a raving review, Jennifer.
Thank you, Jennifer.
you. After switching to Smalls, 88% of cat owners reported overall health improvements, and that's a really big deal.
So what are you waiting for? Give your cat the food they deserve. For a limited time only, because you are an Unplanned listener, you can get 60% off your first Smalls order plus free shipping.
When you head to smalls.com/unplanned50, that's 60% off. Wait, that's crazy. You're getting 60% off, but the code is unplanned50. Don't get confused. That's 60% off when you head to smalls.com/unplanned50 plus free shipping. Again, that's smalls.com/unplanned50.
No kids at a wedding, acceptable or rude? Like if you get a wedding invitation, it's like no kids allowed.
Totally acceptable. Because it's your wedding. So you get to pick, right?
What do you think? I feel like what are your thoughts
I
on
said
this?
it was both.
Really?
Depending on the wedding circumstances. So say you chose to do like a destination wedding.
Uh-huh.
And you know you're inviting people with kids, you're putting people in a hard position, right? Where they do they leave the kid at home and leave them to go on the trip for the wedding, or are they gonna be able to pay for someone to watch them or to fly someone to watch them at the location, like X, Y, and Z? It's really not the bride and groom's job to think about every guest, what that's gonna mean for them to do things. It's just a little bit inconsiderate.
Why does my brain go to the whole idea of no babies on airplanes when I think about this?
What do you mean? You don't want babies on airplanes?
No, people will
The
say
people
that.
that think that.
I've seen
Oh
people
my
comment
gosh.
that. I've made vlogs about me, doing a flight with our young kids. People are like, oh, babies should not be allowed on airplanes. I'm like, screw you.
Yeah, and how are you supposed to... Okay, wait, so you're saying you're paralleling people that don't want babies on planes to people that don't want babies at weddings?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're...
I feel like you could almost put them in the same category, but I guess the wedding is a private event.
Well, and it would be one thing if you had a private jet and you invited 5 couples on it and said, hey, please don't bring your kids because this one's my deal.
Here's
right?
another-
They're different because one's public, one's...
I think it's
versus a
rude. Oh,
flight.
sorry.
No, go. We're processing.
I think it's rude, but I think you could make a no kids at the reception. So it's that way everyone's welcome, their whole family, they can bring them.
No kids at the ceremony.
But the ceremony is
I'm
that's just
actually,
formalities.
I'm now confused. So people will say,
You can't bring kids.
No kids at the wedding.
but I at the wedding. Let's say there's a wedding in Maui.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they're saying no kids at any of the events.
Yeah.
Or are they saying you can't even bring your kid to Maui?
I don't think that they would say that, but they're like,
Yeah.
you can't bring them to any wedding event.
If there's that, I can get comfortable with.
Okay.
I can get would I do that? I don't know, but like I can understand that people wouldn't want children at the 2 or 3 events, or you can have non-kid events.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. No, because in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, bachelorette, bachelor party, that's no kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you want to have a kid-free wedding reception where people can, you know, get a little tipsy if they want, you know, whatever, like make it a fun adult atmosphere. Sure. But I think like in my brain, for some reason saying like you can't bring your own child to it. Like what if it's like a new mom who has like a 5-month-old baby, like that mom can't like
Then they
attend
just
your
don't
wedding.
go, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. But also
I just think it's a little
feel
inconsiderate
I
because
feel-
a wedding, we were raised also like wedding is for like everyone,
Yeah.
you know? And so then I'm like, like that's just that's excluding people that like can't leave their kids, you know?
Okay, so that I like to hear like the others. That I get.
There's some drama here. I like this.
Here's the thing,
This
I
is
would
good.
totally respect it, and I would never
I
ever
know
say
you would. I know
anything
you
to
would.
them.
But we have that different. I actually like the different.
Yeah.
Because initially I'm like, of course no. Like I have been invited to so many weddings where it's like no kids.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Wait,
many.
I've never been to one
Me
like that.
neither.
I cannot think of one I've been to with kids.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I think
What?
like that's why I'm kind of
Wait.
confused here.
Yeah.
I think like the base rate of weddings I've been to don't have kids.
Who's the ring bearers?
Wait, who are you?
Okay, there's family kids at the ceremony, and then they're not at the reception.
No, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yes, totally a thing. Seriously, I'm trying
I'm,
to
like,
think of a wedding in the
actually kind
past
of
3
confused.
years.
So no kids are at the receptions at the weddings you're going to?
No.
And it's on the invite. The invite says no kids.
Oh, I can see it at the bottom right now. Like totally can see it.
And
yeah.
it's very normal.
Yeah, I didn't think twice when you said it. I was like, of course.
I've never received an invite like that. You know what it is? Maybe like the circles we were a part of, especially being people that got married young, like we know a lot of people that have kids. It's very common for people to bring their kids to
Like, to
events.
whatever, like,
and maybe like with you guys
dinners and stuff.
getting together, us getting together in our early 20s, you guys in your early 30s, it's just like a different crowd where that crowd is more like, hey,
Refined.
we don't do kids at weddings. Like,
We're a little rowdy.
yeah.
I'm just like, wait, so hold on. At receptions, there's just like a 2-year-old?
Yeah.
Lots of 2-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
they
then
hit
like
the dance floor. They
and
go
they hit the
crazy.
dance- yeah.
and teenagers.
Yeah.
I have seen, I'm now thinking about this. I've seen it where they're there for like 20 minutes and then they leave.
Well, they usually get tired.
Yeah.
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 They don't stay till the end. But like at our wedding, there was a lot of kids.
We had kids at our wedding. It was fun. They tore up the dance floor.
They tore out the dance floor.
At
But they
my
didn't stay
cousin's
till
wedding.
the end, probably.
Right, they'd leave at some
Well, actually,
point.
some of them stayed till the end.
But like at my cousin's wedding, my mom and all of her sisters were so happy that our kids were at the reception because they just took turns like holding Augie and like dancing with Griffin. So like that kind of
They were the ring bearers.
that
though.
gave us a break so we could actually hit the dance floor. You know?
I would say, so wait, you would say overwhelmingly the majority of weddings you've been to have kids.
I don't think
Every
there's,
single one.
there's never been a single one that I've been to with no kids.
Okay, I'm the total opposite.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I was like shocked.
Wait a
The
minute.
question is, like,
I
different.
actually, wait, I have a sneaking suspicion. Have you gone to a lot of weddings since being a parent?
Oh,
Because you guys, yeah.
Maybe you just your
One.
baby radar wasn't on.
1, 2, 1.
I thought of one in March.
Me too. I'm thinking of that one. No,
Maybe your
there was
baby.
no kids
maybe
there.
is there a chance your baby radar wasn't on before?
Potentially.
Because
I
now
don't
you
think
notice
so.
babies a lot more once having kids.
Maybe.
You don't think so? Okay.
I really don't think so. For sure. No, in the 2 I was invited to pregnant, I remember there was no kids. Yeah, I don't. I think I
I
really
will say
think
this:
no.
keep your kids in check. Like, don't like let your if your kids. I can see not taking littles into the ceremony. They're going to be loud. They can't control it. Babies are going to be loud. Toddlers loud. They don't know when
Or
to-
sitting in the back. So the second they start to
usually
cry,
they
you're
sit in
out.
the back
like,
so you can like.
Whistler, there was
Yeah.
kids. We've been to 2. 50-50. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
I
is
think
so
it's totally.
fun.
You're totally allowed to do it. It's your wedding. You're allowed to make the decisions. I think it would rub me the wrong way a little bit to receive as a on the invite.
the fact that you guys have received invitations that said no kids, like I've never experienced that.
Well,
So that's-
I think that a lot of the ones I'll receive will just specifically reference who's invited.
Which is fine too.
So, like, for example, we were just invited to a wedding, and Tate was not on the wedding invite.
I promise you that's an adults-only wedding.
I would
100%.
100%
Yes, I
assume
think
that.
that's
So
more appropriate.
it didn't say no kids,
Totally.
but she wasn't invited, and it goes into a different question. Like, I've noticed when we're invited to events, it's very clear when the three of us are invited versus when Alex and I are invited. And so like, I very much like just take it in stride as to whoever's hosting the event
Totally.
sets the parameters on
Yeah.
if they want kids there, if they're not. And we don't go to events sometimes because like she's not invited.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and that's just the trade-off
Yeah.
we need to make.
Yeah.
I see that. No, we definitely do a lot of things without our kids
Yeah,
too.
like we'll go to like adult birthday parties. That's not even a question.
Yeah.
But like if we needed to take them, I'd like to know that we like could.
Yeah.
You know what
Right.
I mean? I think it's different if you're like, okay, at the invite you can select you or her, or it's like they don't need to include them there, but you could just say like, hey, because of X, Y, and Z circumstance, we can't actually get childcare. This is like, I think you can explain that, and they can make that decision. I don't know. The weddings we've gone to, they've even included Mr. Griffin Howard, Mr. August Howard. They put them on there.
I'm like mind blown. When I get a wedding invite, I immediately think who will watch
Our
her.
daughter's never been invited to a wedding.
Ever. I'm even thinking, how would I take her to a wedding? I'm shocked.
Well, I
Okay.
I know how much you would love.
We didn't take them, though.
love
That's the thing. They were
to
on there,
get
though.
her dressed for a wedding.
Me too. It would be great.
It's a
I
blast.
know we have not done that.
I hate
It's a
to
logistical nightmare,
I hate to
but
jump
it's
to the
fun.
next
Okay.
one.
Yeah, let's
but
do
you
it.
did mention something that made me think about this one. It's birthday party related.
Okay.
So
And they
over
kind of touched on this one.
we did, I guess, a little bit.
They
but
said
yeah.
they threw a 6-month birthday party.
So I think I know what your answer is for this one. This past year, we started giving our toddler vitamins, but not just any vitamins, because typical children's vitamins are basically candy in disguise, filled with 5 grams of sugar, unhealthy chemicals, and other gummy junk growing kids should never eat. That's why Haya was created, a super-powered chewable vitamin.
Formulated with the help of nutritional experts, Haya is pressed with a blend of 12 organic fruits and veggies, then supercharged with 15 essential vitamins and minerals. I am so glad giving my kids Haya, knowing that it is just filled with all the good stuff, but our kids actually really still look forward to taking it, especially because they come in these refillable glass Haya bottles. They're really cute and they're yellow, and they come with sticker packets that your kids can design and decorate them for themselves, so they really feel like they're a part of the process and they have a lot of fun. And are you tired of battling your kids to eat their greens too? Because Haya has now developed Kids Daily Greens Plus Superfoods. It's a chocolate flavored greens powder designed specifically for kids, packed with 55 plus whole food ingredients to support brain power development and digestion. Just scoop, shake, and sip with milk or any non-dairy beverage for a delicious and nutritious boost your kids will actually enjoy.
The same multivitamin that more than 1 million kids and parents love are now available with Disney's The Lion King, with the new Lion King unboxing experience, including Lion King bottle and Lion King stickers. We've worked out a special deal with Haya for their best-selling children's vitamin. Receive 50% off your first order. To claim the deal, you must go to hayahealth.com/unplanned. This deal is not available on the regular website. Go to hayahealth.com/unplanned and get your kids the full body nourishment they need to grow into healthy adults. What are your thoughts on over the top birthday parties? I'm talking like bounce houses or like really nice food and just like decorations like almost like wedding like planning for a 1-year-old birthday party. Like, what do you think about something like that?
That to me, wedding like planning is too much. I think we need to like be mindful, and I think there's like an appropriate way you can do it. Now, one specific area that you did say is good food. That I'm all for, because there's adults coming. Like when they turn 1, you're also inviting everyone's parents. And I think the first birthday party is more for the parents anyway. So like good food,
totally,
yes.
totally.
But wedding like florals and things like that, no. Like,
Really?
No,
what
I
do you have against it?
Oh, I have nothing against it. I would love you to invite me to your birthday party where you did that.
Oh.
But for me, I want to keep it fun for the kids, but not like, and there will be things that we do on Tate's birthday party that I feel like will be a little over the top, but not some of the like, I just feel like there's tasteful is not the right word, because that insinuates that other things aren't, but like there's a, how do you say, not appropriate. I just don't want to be too over the,
like wasteful. You don't want it to be wasteful.
Yes.
Yeah. Because I was definitely raised that way, where if something was a little over the top, the sentiment might be like, okay, this might feel wasteful.
It was
but,
more with the money, though.
Yeah, the money. But like now, I don't know. It's just like, if you're ever invited to something that is over the top, my kind of opinion now is kind of like,
I love being a
that's
guest
kind
here.
of a sick,
Love it.
like enjoy the experience. You know, like you're not the one paying for it.
oh,
so
I
like,
want you to pop off.
right?
Yes.
Now, if you think they probably could have given some of that money to charity, okay, fair enough. You can do that with your party, but it's like, I guess like the opinion I have now is like, just enjoy it and recognize it's okay to like, enjoy things in life.
I have a caveat though. If I'm going to be a devil's advocate, I think it crosses a line in my mind when it's advertised as a child's birthday party, but you can tell that it was really to prop up the parents' ego in a way, or like to make them to flex on people. Whereas like you can tell when there's an over-the-top party that is child-centered, or an over-the-top party that's like, this was for the photos, this was for the praise. You know what I mean? Like you can go crazy and make it like the kid, like every single kid there is like over the moon, or you can just make it like a photo opportunity that. Yeah, I don't know. Just to be a devil's advocate.
I think that's actually a good point.
I think that one of the things I've learned through parenting is like how different everyone's experience is, both like from pregnancy through birth to the first 4 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks of the kid, and so on and so forth. Like when a question like that is asked, like I feel like I used to have like a really strong opinion on like, oh no, I think first birthdays are like ridiculous. But now like my perspective is really like, I understand why people would want to make it massive, and I understand why people would want to make it like, you know, really small and intimate with just the core immediate family. And so like when it comes to like answering the question, I understand both sides of like making it like a cake, candles, and singing the song. But I also like understand why parents would actually want to go on the other end and celebrate like the first 12 months in a grand way, because like these are, I can say for us, probably the craziest 12 months that we've ever had. Like the highest of highs, some crazy lows. Like what Alex has gone through has just like been unbelievable. Like I didn't know hormones existed 24 months ago.
Existed.
The physical toll. So like, you know,
that's what I say. It's for the parents sometimes.
Like, yeah, but that's why I'm playing devil's advocate to your devil's advocate.
Okay, well, can I play devil's advocate to your devil's advocate?
I'm good with like parents like really leaning into it, because that may just be reflective of their journey the same way not.
I want to hear the counter to the counter.
Yeah, sorry, please. I really want to hear this. Please.
I think the parents maybe need to find a different event to celebrate that. You know what I mean? Like the kids' party labeled with their name, you know, it's like, well, look at what we're doing for our child. But it's like, but we're actually like.
So let me ask you, Ellen.
Okay, yeah.
So what about around the first birthday party, having a we're 1 year's parents party?
That's great.
I like that. That's like something I've really warmed. I'm like,
That's
love
fantastic.
But are we just getting way too deep into this? And it's like, it's not that deep. Like what?
Okay,
like,
I also
can it just
do
be
think
like,
the first
you
year
just love your
birthday
kid?
is unique in the sense that that's the one where I'm kind of like, we've always done a really intimate first birthday party. And then we done crazy 2-year-old parties. Because then they have friends. Then they know kind of what's going on. They have preferences on things a little bit more. And so we've never done a big first birthday. So I think it's ideal to do an intimate first birthday party and then we are 1 year's parents party.
Something like that. I don't know. I just
do that.
I want to do it. I'm like, why don't we throw a 1 year's parents party?
That fits every criteria in my mind.
Yeah, I'm like, that would be really fun. And then you can invite people.
We'll be there.
Thank you. Okay. We have 2 guests.
What if?
And we won't bring our kids.
What if the parent's intent doesn't matter though? Like, what if the parent went like way overboard with it? Like, it's a crazy spectacle party. And I think, you know, I've done this before, where if I'm at a party and they like run out of food and it's like super like crazy low budget, I'm like a little annoyed, like, oh, I'm like really hungry,
I really wanted to slice
food.
that Costco pizza.
And then
it's happened a lot of times.
Yeah. Or in the same cynical boat.
I'm just hungry.
If you're at a really over the top party, you're like, oh, they totally are just like trying to flex on everybody. It's like,
I've actually never felt that. Let me tell you that. Don't go looking into any birthday party I've ever been to. I've never felt that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying sometimes when I've not been at an event and I've only seen images of it, I'm like, this seems a little bit sketchy.
It's not been a birthday party I've been to. I'm not going to say this is not with nobody online. So don't try to go through videos and try to be like, whose birthday party was it? You're not going to figure it out. Okay. Let's just say there was a person in the past that we were at a party and I was like, oh, they're totally trying to flex on everyone here. I don't think it effing matters. Like at the end of the day, being at a party, whether they didn't really put the most effort for it or they did crazy effort, I think like just to be able to enjoy the party for what it is what you need to do as the attendee. Now I'm getting way too deep into this. Now I'm like,
that's kind of like the point that I was trying to make, which is like, and yes, we're getting deep about birthday parties.
So we got so deep.
But like it like appreciating the different journey that each parent and family has gone through over the first 12 months. And like, we were at one not too long ago where like they kind of forgot the food. And like, rather than judge, it's like, I really got it. Like, I get how there could have been a big food mishap, because like, we're seeing how hard it is with one kid.
Yeah.
They have more than one kid. And so it's like, yeah, it's with these things, like making the decision for ourselves and saying, you know what, we want to do it this way. I think for the first one, we'll probably do it pretty big, but recognizing, hey, for the people that don't want to do it big, whether that's personal, financial, whatever, like totally appreciating and respecting their decision without judgment.
Okay, is no screen time before 2 realistic? So apparently that's like what the Pediatric Association of whatever says.
No screen time before there too. Okay, did you guys do that?
I want to ask you.
Quit turning this
first.
on us.
I want to know what you guys did.
Well, we're 10 months in.
Okay.
Have you ever let her look at a screen?
She's had no screen time yet.
What?
But I cannot answer from here.
See, I'm a bad dad then.
No, that's not it at all. It's just, and listen, it could change like tonight on the next flight. Like, I don't know, but so far, no, she hasn't. So I don't know about 2 though. I have no idea.
Frick, you guys are
Matt,
so...
It's not like we give Augie a screen before he was...
No, but it's like... Wait, that's good for you guys. No
Thanks, we're proud of that one.
Wait, your baby's 10 months?
Yeah.
Right? That's dope.
That's
Wow.
really impressive.
That's impressive.
I think that the area that has become sticky was that, like, we did that for Griffin probably. I don't even remember. Actually, no, I think he had a screen before he was 10 months. Like, on the TV sometimes when we were doing something. I don't know.
I think it was like Miss Rachel teaching him words.
But, like, when you have 2, then there's the older one wants to watch something, and then surely Augie had early screen time.
Oh, I would, like, one thing I get all day long is screen time.
Okay, but here's the real hot take that actually is in here. iPads at restaurants. What are your stances on these?
Well, I don't know, because she just now can
that's hard.
crawl and stand. So it's like,
Yeah.
I can't even begin to say what I would do if we're at a restaurant and she's
Yeah.
trying to
Right.
run around. Like, what do you guys do?
Yeah. No, so as of now, we have a 3-year-old,
Never
almost
done
2-year-old.
that. That was a hard
We've
line in the sand we drew.
Never done that.
Wait,
Mealtimes
why?
are-
Because you don't want them to just sit there. You want them to engage with you at dinner?
Mealtimes are really
Yeah.
important as a family, I feel like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we've
And
kind
I think my hard thing too is I don't like the idea that iPads can travel with them. Whereas like there's something different of us like at home watching a movie on the TV as a family where it's like a shared experience. Whereas like an iPad is very individual. Like they're choosing whatever they want to watch by themselves. That feels very different to me, especially when we're out and about in public. There should be plenty of things that should be entertaining to them.
And so
Yeah.
how are they when you go out to dinner?
I mean, they're chaos sometimes.
Sometimes they go and like play with the rock garden and like throw rocks around and like they get like
we don't
covered
go
in
to
dirt.
places that they're going to have a horrible time.
Okay,
Like-
so you guys are good about that. You're not going to go to
We'll
like...
sit outside a lot
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they can get out of their chair and they can like see nature,
Yeah.
touch grass if they need to.
But
And
we
we'll take
definitely
walks with them if they need to before the food gets there. But once
Yeah.
the food's there, they should be in their seat.
And they sit and they eat.
It's not picture perfect. There's
No,
chaos.
sure.
But yeah, we haven't crossed that yet. And that's something I actually really want to stick to. I'm not judging other parents like when that's happening. Obviously, I should say that. Like that, we go out all the time. There's people like with their kid on an iPad. Like maybe this is they can't get a sitter and this is a chance for them to connect and like have a
Yeah.
little date.
Yeah.
Like who knows what's going on in other people's life. But that's something that's like hasn't had to be a reality for us. So
The nice thing
I
though,
feel like we can keep that boundary.
with like the screens, like sometimes our youngest will have just like a downpour of like emotion to where it's like the only thing that we can do. It's like
He flips a switch sometimes.
he flips a switch. You know what? Yeah. So it's like having Miss Rachel
Brings
at
him
the
down
ready
to earth.
to be able to
Ah.
take him.
Then we can take it away and be like,
Yeah.
hey, do you feel better? Like, can we talk about it? Like, we can kind of like, because he's not hearing us at that point. He's like in a different planet.
See, that's what I don't understand. Like,
Yeah, it's like the terrible twos phase, you know.
it's
He's
like
really-
tantrums, right?
we
They
love-
can't control
We
it.
Yeah.
love his energy, but sometimes
Yeah.
it can have a negative side to
So
it.
you'll Miss Rachel can calm him down though when he's in that.
Let me set the scene for you.
Okay.
I would never like the idea of our kids using an iPad or a phone when we're in Disney World, like in their stroller. That's something I'm like, no. Like we were at the beach in Hawaii. I was like, I would never ever think to give him a screen. You're at the beach. This is your playground. There's so much to do and play. But he literally did that thing where I'm going to call it just flip a switch. I feel like a lot of you toddler parents probably know. And so I was like trying every kind of distraction, get the sand toys, do every other snack, holding him. Nothing was working. When I had exhausted everything at my ready, I was like, I'm going to turn on a Miss Rachel song. And I feel like just him listening to that kind of like slowed him down a little bit. He had to be quiet so he could hear it.
Mm-hmm.
That calmed him down, and then it was like a matter of minutes before then I took it and we could finally like level.
Yeah.
So I was like, I kind of broke my own rule there, but that kind of works. I don't know.
That's the whole thing. That's
Bridge the gap.
That's the thing people say. Like, this is what works. Like, on a plane and stuff, like, you have to give them that.
Unlimited screen time on a plane.
So everyone
no rules. I have no rules on the plane.
Yeah. And we're just, like, not there yet, but I'm starting to notice stages above us. So, like, we'll go to dinner and I'll see kids on their iPads and things. And one thing I did read was like having it set on a TV takes away the control, like you were saying. Like if they have it on the iPad and they can carry it around, they realize screen time is possible anywhere, as opposed to if it's on a
that's
TV.
Can we get a mobile DVD player just for our car?
Yeah,
like so that it can't leave the car or something like that.
But I like that we don't do screen time in the car though.
We don't do that either. Also,
it's nice that they have like. It's so cute. They'll be in the back seat just reading books.
It's cute.
And they just have books
so
and toys
cute.
back there.
Sweet.
And they'll share the toy. They'll like trade books with each other. It's awesome.
Or they'll just look out the window. Like, don't you remember being a kid just like staring out the window?
Yes, there's so much to see.
Some kids never do that anymore.
Yeah, it's a lot to think about. These screen, like we talk about like automated cars, like screen time. We talk about all these things and just like what the future holds because we're navigating such a different landscape than our parents did. It's crazy.
I'll probably eat my own words, probably in a matter of weeks, honestly. But that's where we are now.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I can't even say anything because I literally could get on the plane tonight and be like, the only thing that will calm her down is me showing her like I don't know.
Is it ever okay to spank? What do you guys think?
Have you ever talked about this between? Oh, you have talked about it.
Okay.
So I took a poll. I have like a mom chat on my Instagram.
Okay.
And I asked them who spanks, and correct me, 60% said no, 20% said yes, and the other 20% said I'm just here for the results.
It's like a third of people said that they would spank.
And that was shocking to us because we kind of thought that people weren't spanking anymore.
Yeah.
And so we were like investigating the landscape. I think that what we collectively have decided is like spanking's just not going to be for us. Like it was one thing that I was like, I could see why. And then I look at her and I'm like, nope. What about you guys?
That's okay. First of all, I wanted to say that's so interesting because
I'm surprised a third said that. Actually,
yeah. I'm not though, because if you talk to people like on an individual level, I feel
like they wouldn't say it, but they'd anonymously.
Like with the friend, they might be more willing to share something like that. That might be more on the controversial side.
Mm-hmm. Would you care if I asked if you guys were spanked as kids?
So I wanted to say that I was.
Okay, you don't remember it.
But then I tried to think of a specific time that I was spanked, and I cannot remember one. The only thing I can remember is one time, I don't even know if the soap went in my mouth or if they just told me you're going to get your mouth washed out with soap, but I don't remember actually.
So maybe they stopped when you were really young.
Yeah, like I don't remember actually being spanked. Do you remember if you were?
No, and I just feel like what I looked at what worked the best is when things were explained to me.
Yeah.
And so, and I know that's like easier said than done, but like I look at growing up, like that was always what was most effective versus like being told I needed to do something, but not why I needed to do something.
Had to do.
And so the plan would be to take that general style into parenting. But once again, like once you're in the thick of it and in the mud, like how does that all play out? Who knows? I don't think we have any intention on spanking. And I think at least probably the driver of that for me is, and I'd probably assume you'd agree with this, that like when you look at the associated potential negative effects of spanking, it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
And so that isn't like a risk that we're interested in, or
such an intellectual response.
No,
when you
I
look
follow.
at the negative effects of spanking. I like that. You've really thought about this though. Like I respect that.
The tricky thing is I don't like I want to speak for like I know that this is one that we're both on the same page, but I also don't want to overspeak for both of us.
Yeah, no. We're not gonna spank, and I think that would be the answer. And then always with the caveat of like you never know. I don't know what could possibly. We're not gonna spank, but we're always like reading into and talking a lot about the effects that things have on the kids, right? And I just think like back in the day, our parents used to get like licks at school, right? With like the wooden paddle. Mm-hmm. And it's like we're so far past that now because I think they saw that it makes them feel not safe in their environment sometimes. Yeah. And so it's just no spanking. What is your guys' take on it?
I'm pretty staunchly against it.
We're against it as well.
I was spanked as a kid So I'm like, I feel like I can speak for all those people that are like, oh, well, discipline is not supposed to be fun or X, Y, and Z. I don't think it's good to fear your parent. I don't think that's ever a good experience, and it never leads to good things. Like with your relationship, if you have a healthy relationship with your parent, you want to meet their expectations, but you don't fear them. And I feel like spanking and hitting, that causes a fear response.
Totally.
And I still have a great relationship with my parents this day. I will say that, but I could have done without that one.
Yeah. I wasn't spanked, so yeah, I don't have an experience, but yeah, I'm with Abby
I
on
want my
that.
kids always come with me, especially if they make a mistake. I want them to feel like this is our practice ground to make mistakes, and there will be consequences. Consequences are a big word in our household.
Yeah.
There are consequences for your actions.
But the way we
but
think,
the consequence will never be me hurting you.
Right.
Like,
Like
that
how-
doesn't make sense.
How backwards is that? Abby always gives this point about if
Your
one of
kid
our
hits.
kids hits one of our other kids,
That's a no-no.
and
There's
then
consequences for
to
that.
discipline our kid, we then hit them. Like, it's just so backwards.
Right.
Right? Oh, you hit your brother, now I'm going to hit you. Like, what? That just,
I've never actually thought about that.
That's a big
backwards?
problem that we are facing. Hitting.
Totally.
Yeah,
But then I hate you because you hit your brother.
But
And
then
when I
how
do it,
you
it's okay.
teach the consequence that isn't okay, but teach it in a way where they, one, learn, but then two, aren't fearful of you.
Totally. And I think that is, it's kind of hard to know, like, how much can they understand? But I feel like when it comes to spanking too, it's like if they're old enough or like mature enough to understand your expectations, then they're mature enough to understand verbal punishments, or not, like, you know what I mean? Like the verbal, like why this was wrong and this is what you should do differently and this is what you need to do now. Whereas like if you're hitting because they don't understand that conversation yet, then they never knew the expectations in the first place. I didn't explain that very well, but
I actually really got that and it resonated.
Okay.
Yeah, it made perfect sense.
Therefore, there would never be a single circumstance in my mind where that would be the necessary thing. Because I think that people use that argument as like they need to know that it's wrong, and so this is how I'm teaching them that.
I like your point. You're just saying no matter what happened, if they're old enough to understand, then they're old enough to hear you tell them that it was wrong.
Yeah, and
So, like,
explain
they'll-
why it's wrong, and like
Makes total sense.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm with
I'm
that.
sorry, I have a strong opinion on that one, and it's like
I agree.
I know people that spank, and I still respect them as parents. I would never choose to do that, and I don't think that that's right.
I want to normalize like asking my friends these types of questions.
Oh, my friend, yeah,
Yeah.
we all talk about this stuff.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I mean, I think that we do for the most part.
Yeah, but this is just one, like, we're not there. Like,
Yeah.
Well, she's a
we just
baby.
haven't
Yeah.
had those, like, intimate conversations around
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I feel like they change totally once they get to like 2.5.
And would you ask your friends like, "Hey, how are you guys thinking about this?" Or
Oh, yeah.
would you say like, "This is what we're doing. What do you do?" Or
You
do
could
you,
do-
do you go to them like, "How do you guys handle your friendships?" Like, do you have people that have kids older than you that you go to and you say, "What did you do here?"
I think a lot of our friends have
Of the
kids that
same
are
age.
similar ages as our
Just
kids.
I have a friend that has a kid that's a little bit older, and I always am like, okay, if I'm like kind of confused, I'm like, how did you tackle this? Like, we're coming up on potty training, like, and then she's like, oh, I did this course, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. For me, courses, I'm probably not gonna sit and watch that whole thing,
same.
and so I just kind of went with my gut, and it worked. So
Yeah.
we're pretty different people, but I still like, I'm like, okay, well, what's the gist of it? Let me try to apply that. And then I'm like, okay, he still tinkles sometimes, and then catches himself. She's like, oh yeah, he did that for like, my son did that for like 6 months. And then it just stopped one day. And I was like, great. And she's like, oh, I did this thing with chocolate chips to kind of prevent that. So I'm like, we get like little feedback things there. It's like you take what works for you and leave the rest. you
Yeah,
know?
that makes sense.
And we are very aware that we're different types of parents, and like we respect each other.
Yeah. So sleep training, is it loving or is it cruel?
We started out sleep training. We did the 5, 10, 15 method,
What's that?
where basically you put them down and then you let them cry for 5
Oh, okay,
minutes. You
okay.
go in, you rub their belly. They stay in the crib. You rub their belly. You tell them that you're there. You leave. You do 10 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
So he took the lead on this, and we did the 5, 10, 15 method. And then what happened was at 9 months, we hit a sleep regression right before she crawled and stood.
Mm-hmm.
And something changed in my heart where I would look at the Nana, and I would see her in there doing what I call the Eeyore. So she'd be sitting up like this, slumped over, crying. My heart couldn't take it. I go get her every time now. One of us does, and we pick her up, and we don't sleep train anymore. So we
No
did,
way.
and so we did an episode on how we actually flip flopped and how like kind of normalizing, like saying you're going to sleep train, and this is how you're sleep training, and then saying, yo, like that doesn't feel right to me anymore. So now I'm going to do this.
So we kind of have a similar story. I would say I'm a fan of sleep training because I think it's like
It worked really, really, really well for our second child.
Love it.
Right off the bat, in fact, we never had to sleep train him because we did the principles.
I started him so early because I knew kind of how it worked with Griffin, I basically
That kid just goes to sleep.
he just
in his
lights
bed
out. But
all
it's-
night. Never
but-
wakes up in the night. Never does anything since he was 6 weeks old.
But what it is like when you put him down, you like put him down and walk away, and he knows. Then it's like the signal in his brain
He's
is like,
like,
oh,
I guess
it's
my
time
only
to
option
sleep.
is go to sleep.
Lights out. But with our
First.
oldest, recently this year, we were having so many sleep issues that we started
We
co-sleeping.
tried to sleep train him. We started to re-sleep train him. It felt so wrong.
It was
I don't know how
bad.
to explain it. I knew that it wasn't helping anything, and I also just felt so wrong at that time. Every kid is so different, and this is how I'm telling you, like, we have a kid that we sleep trained and it was amazing. We have a kid that we just
Sleep
refused.
trained, but it stopped working.
It stopped working, and then he also, like, I could never redo it again.
Here's the thing, though.
And then we started sleeping with him.
Okay.
And that was honestly, in that time, I will tell you, I wouldn't have wanted to sleep with a baby. I think I would have been way too anxious about that. Whether or not there's a safe way to do it, like, I would have just been too anxious with sleeping with a baby. Because I'm also, with a baby, I'm like, they're going to wake up. I have so much anxiety around it. Sleeping with our toddler, there was a learning curve because he didn't even know how to sleep in a bed at this point because he was used to his crib. He's like going horizontal. He's backwards. He's like, he thought it was cool that we were in there, so he would just randomly like touch us in the night and talk to us. There was a learning curve, and then it became such a sweet bonding thing for each of us to sleep with him.
Yeah.
And then guess what? Naturally, we just pulled back a little bit. Now he sleeps by himself again. And so I'm telling you,
Well, him and his brother are sleeping in the
now
same
that we
room.
have two kids, I feel like the more kids we have, the more we're just gonna go with their flow. The
Yeah.
kids
Yeah,
have
the
a flow.
flows are different for the
The
kids.
flows are different.
Wait, what age did you start doing the co-sleeping?
He was like
2 3/4.
2 3/4 to. We slept with him for like 5 months.
Oh, that was probably like a really. So Harrison always
Is
says.
that exaggerated?
No, probably
4
like 3.
months?
Probably like 3 months.
3 months.
So co-sleeping is the one thing that we like wish we could do. But I'm like, I'm too nervous. And some people say it works great for them, which is awesome. But like, I
Yeah.
can't sleep when she's in there. Neither of us can.
Oh yeah,
A 10-month-old
is
is.
so different than than a nearly 3-year-old. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's cool though at that point because it's something that we would like love to do.
He
Yeah.
like, it was really, really like special for him and for us.
And we were very hesitant because we thought we'd never get.
We weren't
our
like you. We
bed.
didn't want to
We
do
thought
it.
we'd never get our bed back.
We
but
wanted
now,
to
like,
just be our bed to be us.
we have our bed.
Yeah.
We have our bed back, which is awesome.
But then also there's a little part of us that's like, well, he's not in here. Like,
Yeah, because it's a
like-
finite amount of time. Like they're not going to
Yeah.
sleep in there forever. So
I'd
it's
love
sweet.
for like our whole room to just be one giant bed.
Dude,
Yeah.
we
No,
know
yeah.
so
And
many
we
people
just
that
like
do that.
have like literally,
Aw.
because we want to have like 4 or 5 kids, like just have the whole like army of
Yeah.
Do it, guys.
children
There's so
coming in
many
and
That's
out.
like
people
an
that do
Eastern
that.
culture
Really?
thing. Like a lot of
The-
people,
you
our
guys
friends
go to
in
Maui.
Hawaii,
Every single family
But
in
how big are
Maui
these
sleeps
beds?
in one
they
room.
all sleep together in the same
What?
bed.
How big are the
They have
beds?
a
They
big
have like
bed.
2 kings.
It's so good. It's so like family bonding.
It's kind of
I would
cool.
love
Now
that.
the only thing is like
do it.
they
If
kind
you
of
guys both want to do it, do it.
they still find time for
It's
mommy
kinda
and daddy
hard to
time,
have
but it's
mommy
like
and
I think
daddy
it's a
time.
lot harder. So that is one thing. But even when Griffin was sleeping with us, we would just like, luckily for us, we could make that
We could
happen.
put him to sleep. He would fall asleep by himself, and then we would just join him.
No,
He
no,
would
but
fall
like-
asleep. Because you wouldn't be in bed yet.
Yeah, we were like, we're not going to bed at 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
We'll
was
be
saying-
in, and he knew that we were coming. He like
Oh my God.
believed us.
I think that is so. And they feel safe.
Yeah, he's like, you're gonna come in. He's like, you're gonna come in my bed soon, and we're like, yes.
Yeah, we're gonna come in here and we're gonna sleep. And
Yeah.
then everybody slept good. It was fine.
I mean, it wasn't the best sleep of my life.
Yeah.
We got to be honest with ourselves. But it got better. And like at first I was just like, there is a wild dog in our bed because he just moved so much. He wasn't used to having a whole bed too. He was used to a crib. So
I
he was moving on.
love it.
And he honestly, he is such a sensitive kid. It was I can say it was the right move at that time. He knew so much at that time, and he could articulate so much. So he would, even those times we were like trying to follow the programs that were supposed to be loving, and I think they are loving programs. Like I don't think that they're like these evil things, but like it turned into being a really bad thing for him. He would be like, "Why did you?" He'll like ask me. He'll be like, "What that one night? Why did you do that?" And I'm like, he like remembers.
He like, wow, that's like that. That's what I'm excited about though.
But as a baby, they're like, they don't
know.
know. And honestly, it worked really great for Aki is an amazing sleeper. You just throw that kid in the bed and he's just like
That's so
lights out
nice.
all night.
You
Yeah.
have to follow your instinct though. Like with
Yeah.
her right now, my instinct says like she needs to be picked up. So when I look at the monitor and she's up, I'm like, I gotta go get her. And I'm like good with it.
I know I'm still new to parenthood, so new. But I feel more, the longer that we have been parents, the more I feel comfortable following my instinct.
Yeah, it's like the right thing for that kid. And it's like, that's crazy to say, but then when you do it, you're like, That was good.
Yeah, we're like, they're different people, so obviously we're gonna do things differently.
Yeah.
And to think too that all these modern technologies that we rely on, like baby monitors, they didn't exist, 50 years ago, 100 years ago. So people have been parents for a very long time and very successful with raising their kids without the modern technology. Now, I'm sure we make the quality of life better with some of these like technological advances and things, but it's like at the end of the day, if like something goes wrong one day, it's like they're going to be fine. They're going to be just okay.
They're durable.
Yeah.
And I think to build off that, like when we look at, successful people today and happy people today, like I'm sure we can trace a lot of different paths around sleep and sleep training or lack thereof.
This isn't the cornerstone that we think it
they
is.
went
Right.
through. And that's why when I hear the word cruel, which was I think the initial question,
Yeah.
it makes me be like, oh, like feels extreme.
Yeah.
For us or for our first child, no. We aren't sleep training, but like a process that inherently works for
A lot of people. And I
people.
always say people that do sleep train, they're sleeping better than we are. Like
Yeah.
I probably got 2
Superwoman.
hours last night, and
Superwoman.
it's just like, but that's
You slept-
okay.
Wait, how much did you sleep last night?
Probably 2 hours, but
Oh,
she's
no.
she's doing a little bit of regression, and we're walking, we're crawling, we're clapping, like it's all new right now.
and she's dialed in with like the motherly instinct where like the peep, like the first time you hear the
Oh,
peep,
I feel
she's
that
just
out.
like up, and she's like, "Did you hear that?" I'm like, "No." I
Yeah,
think
that's
that
like,
was
no,
like a
they're
bird.
quiet, you're crazy. And I'm
No,
like,
but then Abby would go in and like literally wake our kid up because she would be so worried. And I'm like, if you would have just waited like literally 5 seconds, they would have been like, back asleep.
oh, my mommy's here. Don't worry.
Like,
Don't you worry,
I'm like,
honey.
just
And the
give
baby's
them.
like, I wasn't worried.
like,
Our
what?
daughter has the sixth sense in knowing that Alex is coming. She's just like
Sitting on the crib
turn
like
on the
this.
nan.
I can also
she
say-
holds the bars like
I was
she's
a
in-
sensitive sleeper, so I feel for them. I slept with my parents for so long. Then I brought a pillow on the floor of their room for so long. Then I slept with my brother basically until I had roommates. And then I'm not someone that can sleep alone.
We're supposed to sleep with people,
I
I
know,
think
it's
is what they
too
say.
sad and scary to be alone at night.
You're not supposed to sleep alone. And so I think it's cute that you did that.
Yeah, I was like, Matt, you don't understand the empathy I have for him.
Well-
But he is me.
Yeah,
We are
you're
the
like,
same.
that's why.
That is my child.
One last question for you guys. This one's kind of a fun one. Are you going to let your daughter swear? Kids swearing, what do you think? Yay or
Amazing
nay?
question.
Growing up in Oklahoma, I remember being at Target, and one of my friends' moms said, okay, you each get one swear word for the next 24 hours, and you can use it in however you want. And I remember I chose crap. Like, I was like, and so, and that has nothing to do with growing up in Oklahoma. Sorry, I shouldn't have like married the two. I was just thinking back to it. I never used swear words around my parents or my friends' parents, and I think you're going to have a completely different experience.
Well, that doesn't answer the question.
Well, we haven't talked about it. I'm inclined to say I will let her swear. I think. Oh.
What do you think?
So I grew up in the most informal environment in terms of like in Western Canada, the kind of relationship between kids and parents is very, very, very casual, like nicknames with parents and a lot of fun. As it comes to things today, I noticed that y'all don't seem to swear.
On the podcast, yeah. Well,
but
in just general, I guess.
When we weren't recording, like there was 2 times when I thought you were going to say a swear word and you didn't.
Did you say
So-
frick or F?
Frick and
Shiz.
what, like one other, and I was like, that's awesome. So
That's awesome. It's different than us.
And I swear,
different.
I don't think I swear an outsized amount, but I definitely swear.
Not an outsized amount. We don't use it
And
loosely, appropriately.
It's one of those behaviors that when I see a great example like that, it's like, well, why do we even swear, and is that not something we should be reducing? And so I don't envision we're going to have like a hard and fast rule on it, but I think what we'll hopefully do is just like lead by example.
Yeah.
And you're much better at it than I am, but like I think if they don't see us doing it and they see it only used in pretty extreme ways, then or during pretty big moments, that hopefully they do the same. Like I think there's probably a lot bigger fish to fry in terms of like areas where we're going to want to really push something. So I don't think like crazy hard line, but I think as little of it as possible is like great, but it starts from the front, and that's probably me. Well, it is me more than more than you, and I saw the great example that y'all were setting.
Oh, that's so nice.
Well, here's the thing though about like why I find it so interesting. You saying that you grew up where people would just like swear all the time, even kids. Like I was almost conditioned as a child to believe that if you grow up in that environment, you're going to turn out to be like some horrible person. I can see that you're like a genuine person. And so it kind of like flips that on the head of what's the big deal if a kid swears every now and again? Like, is it really going to change their future? What's your take on this, Abby? Because I feel like you have a bigger opinion than I do.
Yeah, I grew up in a house where I never heard my parents swear really ever. And I don't know. I just think about their like sweet little voices. Them saying, I'm like, I only want you to say pleasant things. Like, I think that was something I would, there would be consequences for probably.
Yeah.
I think, like you said, bigger fish to fry, how you treat people and like,
Yeah.
like if your intention is to degrade someone, I have a bigger problem with like you wanting to bring someone down than the actual word you said. And so I'm thinking about like intentions behind that, but yeah, I would not let my kids.
That's where
swear.
I'm at. Like I would rather, if my kid is a good person and they're kind to people and doing generous things, like if they're gonna swear a little bit,
It's crazy
I don't think
though,
it would bother
how
me.
even the slightest thing sounds vulgar coming out of their sweet little voices.
That I'm sure.
So even Griffin and Augie, like they hear us say, "Oh shoot," saying "Oh shoot" as crazy and like hyper crazy this makes me sound, even them saying "oh shoot" sounds kind of bad. So now I'm like, oh my goodness, like I say that now because even them saying "oh shoot" sounds kind of vulgar.
But there's a big difference between like a 15-year-old swearing and a 7-year-old swearing.
I can
like
also get behind that.
If our high schooler swearing, I'm gonna be like, okay, as long as you're a good person and you're not like saying "f you" to people,
yeah,
okay. But if it's our 7-year-old, like they're gonna have consequences.
I don't want them
if our 7-year-old is cursing, you know,
can't be doing that.
Totally.
Where I can appreciate a nice swear word is when you're telling a story and it's not you're not saying it like
calling someone something.
You're not mad. There's no anger in the tone, but you use it to just like embellish a story. That's where I always think like that was a nice use of one, right? When somebody uses it out of anger or out of spite or out of mad, that's where I'm just like, they lose their luster.
Yeah,
I guess.
Comedy is a great use of a swear word.
Comedy, when comedians use it, I always laugh like a little harder if they like put a spin on there the right way. But yeah, whenever I think about it being used in just like a F off or something like that, I'm like,
oh, that's so ugly.
It didn't do it for me. Yeah.
That's
but yeah,
good.
I don't know. I think that the world's gonna swear. So if she does it some when she's older, I won't lose my mind over it.
Yeah. Hey, I think that was a good one to end on because like we had some disagreements there, but I think we all still like each other.
Oh my gosh, man.
And like what a fun conversation. Let us know in the comments what your thoughts are on swear words with kids. Well, you guys, Alex and Harrison, thank you again for being on the show.
You're so fun to talk to.
Thank you for having us, you guys. We really enjoyed being here.
Definitely go check out their show, Two Parents and a Podcast. You guys are very funny. It's very fun to listen to you banter, chat. You guys are like, great at that. So
some cussing.
Keep it
Sorry
up.
about that.
A little bit of cursing.
A little bit of that in there.
So,
no, I'm just kidding.
Yes.
We were also on their podcast, and by the time this comes out, it will already be out there. So if you haven't heard it,
go check
it
it out.
Check it out.